Welcome to today's breakdown of one of the most intense and consequential rivalries of our time, the ongoing military technology competition between the United States and China. It's not just about who has the bigger arsenal, but who leads in innovation, cyber capabilities, artificial intelligence, and future warfare. So buckle up as we dive into the battle for techno-global military posture. Let us start with the big picture. Largest and most globally deployed military in the world. With over 750 bases in more than 80 countries, America's global reach is unmatched. China, meanwhile, has adopted a near-seas defense and far-seas protection strategy. Its focus is expanding from coastal waters to the broader Indo-Pacific region, and eventually the world. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, has modernized rapidly, backed by an economy second only to the U.S. While the U.S. has been in wars for decades, China has had no real combat experience since the 1979 war with Vietnam. However, that does not mean it has not been preparing behind the scenes. Defense budgets. Let us talk money. The U.S. defense budget for 2025? A staggering $886 billion. China? Officially around $230 billion, but analysts believe the real number could be much higher, once you account for hidden spending and cyber programs. However, here is the key difference. The U.S. spends big on personnel, global logistics, and legacy systems. China spends leaner and smarter, investing heavily in research, AI, drones, and space weapons. Land power on the ground, the numbers are close, but the doctrine differs. The U.S. Army is built for mobility and global force projection, relying heavily on armored divisions, long-range artillery, and cutting-edge logistics. The PLA ground force, with over 900,000 active personnel, is massive. However, until recently, it was built for quantity, not quality. That is changing fast. China is modernizing with Type 99 tanks, improved mechanized infantry, and an emphasis on information-led warfare, meaning heavy use of satellites, battlefield AI, and real-time data integration. Naval power here is where things get interesting. In terms of number of ships, China now has the world's largest navy, with over 370 ships compared to America's 290. But size isn't everything. The U.S. Navy still dominates in aircraft carriers, global strike power, and advanced subs. China, however, is catching up. It launched its first domestically built aircraft carrier, the Fujian, with electromagnetic catapults similar to the U.S. Gerald R. Ford class. Their Type 055 destroyers are formidable, packed with sensors and missile systems. Meanwhile, China's focus is regional, dominating the South China Sea, Taiwan Strait, and eventually pushing into the Western Pacific. Air power in the skies, the U.S. still flies higher. The F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II are stealth kings, supported by massive fleets of tankers, AWACS, and drones. China's answer? The Chengdu J-20, a stealth fighter with some impressive features. But it's still behind in engine tech and long-range deployment. That said, China is closing the gap with hypersonic missiles, AI-assisted targeting, and swarm drone technology. While the U.S. tests hypersonics, China has already deployed some, like the DF-17. Cyber, space and AI. Now let's move into the battlefield of the future. Cyberspace, space, and artificial intelligence. China has made cyber operations a central pillar of its military. Groups like PLA Unit 61398 are behind major cyber espionage campaigns against U.S. targets. Meanwhile, both nations are investing in militarized satellites, anti-satellite weapons, ASATs, and space-based early warning systems. On the AI front, China aims to become the world leader by 2030. Its military integrates AI into drone swarms, surveillance, and predictive battlefield modeling. The U.S. has more experience in real-world combat AI systems, but China moves faster, thanks to looser ethics boundaries and state-coordinated tech integration. Nukes and missiles. Nuclear weapons are the ultimate trump card. The U.S. has about 5,200 nuclear warheads. China? Officially around 500, but that number is rapidly growing. The Pentagon estimates China will have over 1,000 warheads by 2030. China's DF-41 ICBM can hit the U.S. mainland and may carry multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, MIRVs, like American Minuteman III missiles. Then there's hypersonic glide vehicles like the DFZF, which the U.S. has struggled to match. Conclusion: who's winning? So who's ahead? The U.S. is still the global military superpower, no doubt. It leads in global projection, combat experience, and military alliances like NATO and AUKUS. But China is rising fast, focused, well-funded, and technologically aggressive. The battlefield of the future won't just be on land or sea, it will be in cyberspace, low Earth orbit, and through autonomous systems we haven't even imagined yet. This is more than a rivalry. It's an arms race for the 21st century. Thank you for watching. If you want a deeper dive into any specific tech, like hypersonics, stealth aircraft, or AI warfare, drop a comment and let us know. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed, and remember, peace is built on strength.